Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. My name's David and this is my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to maintain a high vibration. Probably the question that I get asked the most is how do we tune into our source? How do we get that frequency or tune into that frequency of source, keeping our vibration up, and certainly how do we maintain it? So over my journey of going up and down and losing my tuning in, I've learned some tricks, and then I'll share today of how to stay tuned in. The first thing we have to understand is that everything is about each one of us. This journey is about each one of us letting go of resistance to our outside world or to our now moment. In other words, letting go of any insistence that things should be different than the way they are. And that's really, really important. That's hard for us. We wake up and we go to bed thinking things need to be different. Things need to be different. And I say that first because that is the most important thing to understand, is that the journey is not to change anything out there. The journey is to let go of wanting to change anything out there and then allowing it to change naturally of its own accord. So keep that in mind. Now, because of that, it becomes about letting go of resistance to your now. Letting go of resistance to your now. That's the journey right there. And the more we let go of resistance, well, a magical thing happens is your now then links together and it starts connecting and like a synchronicity. And all these things start flowing in your life, you see, from a manifested way. First, it's going to be a good feeling because you're letting go of resistance in your mind. As you let go of resistance in your mind, then your life will start flowing in a really fun, exciting, very organized, so to speak, way that works specifically just for you and where your vibration and where your journey is. And then from that perspective, you will realize you did this, so you will merge with your outside world in a really fun way. And I can tell you that I've said before that when you merge with something's energy, it's much better than just touching it or feeling it. There's an intimacy with your life that will happen. So from that perspective, we just have to let go of our resistance to our now moment. Now, how do we do that? Well, we do that by tuning into source. Now, one way we know to tune into who we are is through meditation. But if we look at meditation, meditation is just letting go of mind activity. But let's talk a little bit about what mind activity is. I've learned in my life that when your mind is full and resistant, it's always two things that are not agreeing with each other. Now, instead of talking about the monkey mind, let's just say that those two things that are not agreeing with each other is always some kind of me or you, from your perspective, that me, and some kind of you. It could be you thinking about your money, there's a me and you. It could be you thinking about a relationship with someone, there's a me and you. It could be thinking about you and your body not working together, and I really want my body to switch, that's a me and you. Now, I've learned that the more we understand that it's a me and you that's not connecting, the easier it is to let go of this, because you'll recognize there's a push against you and your outside, or how your world, how your life is unfolding to you. There's a push against it, a me and something outside of me, a you. Does that make sense? A me, something outside is a you. Now, to tune in is your me and you are having no resistance together. That's why if you're playing your instrument and you're loving it and having fun, you are tuned into source, even if you don't know it. If you're loving the beach and feeling the water or swimming in the ocean, and you're tuned into source because that me and you, you're having fun, you're enjoying. There's no resistance between me and you in that particular moment. That relationship is non-resistant, therefore you're tuned into source. So that's all tuning in is. That's why if you go into a place of meditation and you quiet the mind, then the you and me come together. It's really important to understand that those you and me's are always there, because there's always that me perspective and that you perspective as source energy or as the other part of that mind. Does that make sense? You know, the ocean and the wave. The wave is the me and the ocean is the you from that perspective. There's always going to be two. That's that yin and yang energy that we need to be aware of. There's never just me. You see, there you can merge into the I am, but there's still going to be your perspective and the idea of the bigger part of you, you see. So the more we understand there's always going to be two, I've learned to be okay with saying that's me and you. And when that me and you work well, woo, and there's no resistance, you're going to flow and you're going to feel good and positive emotion. When those me and yous do not work together, you're going to feel negative emotion. You're going to feel the cranking of the two things, the gears not working and flowing together. That means that somehow that magnet is not flowing and not attracting, so to speak, in that moment. Does that help a little bit? Always to recognize it. And that's what causes the resistance. I'm pushing against something, we say. Well, you're pushing against your you. So the only way to stop pushing against the you is an understanding of allowing. This is the greatest power we have, because we can just allow my you, whatever it is, to be. Money's not flowing, I can allow it to be as it is. If it's a relationship, I can allow them to be as they are. If it's the weather I'm pushing against, I can allow the weather to be as it is. The more you allow in that moment, the more your resistance between that me and you will release, and now you'll feel a flowing. And since you did it on purpose, you'll feel I did that, and you'll feel it come back to you. Now your receiving energy is flowing back to you because you're allowing whatever was that was stopping it from coming in. You follow? So there's certain process that I would recommend. The first one is to recognize if you're looking just to tune in, you're by yourself, and I really want to tune into source. Well, you're always going to start with some kind of resistance. And it's going to be something of a me and you, some kind of relationships. It could be one thing, could be two or three things. There's things going to be in there that you're not agreeing with or not enjoying. That's why you want to tune in. So first of all, just say to yourself, okay, I can recognize that me and you, just take whatever things you're thinking about and turn them into one you. Me and my you, my outside. Whew, we're pushing against each other. Okay, what do I do? Well, first, I recognize the resistance that's there. I recognize that the me and you are not cooperating together. Fair enough. The second thing I do is go into the now moment, right now. Let go of past, which is where all the you gets its meaning, and let go of specifics. I can let go of specifics. Once you let go of the past and specifics, you neutralize whatever the specific thing is that is your you that you're thinking about. Whether it's money, relationship, your life, whatever it is, you'll neutralize it. Now, recognize that you is actually just your source energy. It's the bigger part of who you are. It's the little part of the wave pushing against the whole ocean. And recognize, oh, it's like disguise. That money, that person, that relationship is just source energy in disguise. Ah, okay, I can see that. And then allow. That's the biggest part. I'm going to allow this to be as it is. Now that it's in this moment, it's just a feeling, it's just a thought. There's no physical manifestation attached to it. It's just a thought. I know it's my source. I'm going to allow it to be as it is. And I'm going to practice neutralizing this moment. I allow everything to be as it is. Doesn't matter what the mind throws at you. I allow it to be as it is. But what about that thing? I allow it to be as it is. What about that person? They shouldn't have done that. I allow them to be as it is. And the more you learn to neutralizing through that power of allowing, all those different faces and different forms that your mind will send to you will just melt away. And you'll feel a me in you. And you can just simply go, I am me and I am enjoying you. Or I am me loving you. Or I am me accepting and allowing you. And you'll see it's just two things. It's not all those things you think that you're pushing against. It's just two. And as you allow it to be, I allow you to be. I allow you to be. And spend a little moment of that neutralization and that allowing, recognizing it is just your source in disguise of all those things. And then now ask yourself, how do I want to feel? I want to feel good. I want to feel flowing. I want to feel movement. I want to feel appreciative. I want to feel flowing. I want to feel a little bit of ease. and you move back like we've done before into these place of speaking for a good few minutes into a law of attraction, because the more that me and you, the more you and your source, the more you and that bigger part of your mind, which is the only thing it can ever be, start flowing together, law of attraction is going to start ensuing, and it's going to start bringing you more thoughts, and you're going to start receiving good thoughts. Oh, I feel good. We feel good. If you want to go into we, I recommend that. Me and you need to come back together. We're moving. We're flowing. We are feeling good. We are just having fun. What a great life we have together. There's always two parts. I can't say that enough. The more you recognize you are only going to fight with your source, and you're only going to love your source. You're only going to hate your source, and you're only going to enjoy your source. It's always you and your source. If it's your money, your bills, your people, places, it's just source in disguise. It's just a you in disguise. And the more you get specific, the more you lose it. Take the specifics away, go into a broad and general place and recognize, I'm talking to me. I'm talking to me. And I choose to come back together with me. I choose to come back together with me. And the more you recognize those two parts, and the more you bring them together and let go of resistance between the two in your own mind, that mind activity is going to slow down, because it doesn't have any specifics to try to disguise your other part of you as. Isn't that cool to know? It's just you and you. It's just you and you. I'll say it again. It's just you and you. I love me. I enjoy me. I flow with me. All is well with me. It's me and the universe. We're working well. Everything's flowing together. All is good. And I'm going to get those two parts to flow. I'm going to get those two parts to flow. I'm going to get those two parts to flow. And I'm going to relax. And this is something I always use. Relax and allow. I'm going to relax and I'm going to allow. I'm going to relax and I'm going to allow. And now I'm just going to let those two parts come together and flow. All is working well with us. We are doing wonderful together. Everything is flowing wonderful together with us. We are beautiful. We are flowing. We are wonderful. We are amazing. We are loving. We are kind. We are beautiful. Wow, we are doing so well. All is working out for us. Can you see? Take those two, merge them together, and they will start moving like this. Yes. And that's what tuning in is. And now, as those me and you don't have resistance between each other, and they're flowing together, and you'll feel it. Trust me, you'll feel that merging between the two of you. And you just sit in that bliss, sit in that feeling of excitement and flow. Use only positive energy in order to move it, or more, like a merry-go-round, positive energy to move it. And you're going to feel it. And then sit in that place and maintain it. That feels good. I love this feeling. Or we love this feeling. Yeah. Take precedence over the two of you, because you are in control of two parts of you. Not just you. There's a me and a you, and those two are you as well. And you need to bring those back into that I am, that source energy, that flow. I am all that is, but I'm always going to be two parts, my perspective and the whole perspective. Do you see? And they need to merge back together. And that's what that idea of tuning back into source. I hope you can feel this. I'm just going to tune into who I am. And that's why sometimes here and here, that's fine. That smaller perspective, the bigger perspective. I love me. I enjoy me. I'm flowing with me. And all you have to do is let go of that past. Let go of the specifics. Let go of what that bigger part of you is masquerading as. You see? Always remember, you can't push against anything in this world except yourself. And you can't love anything in this world except yourself. And the more you got that, the more you can sit in this meditation, this process. You don't have to quiet the mind all the way. You could just sit there and start flowing it. Flowing the two of you. I love you. You love me. That's another one. I love you and you love me. I'm enjoying you and you are enjoying me. We are enjoying each other. All is working really well between us two. And now become the caretaker for the two. Become the caretaker for the two of you. And boy, you're going to feel this flow. And then just maintain that for a little bit. Get used to what that feels like. And let that be your start of the day, or let that be the ending of your day. And don't worry about the manifestation. Don't worry about the life. Let it go. Once these two start flowing together, everything else will take care of itself. We spend way too much time trying to control that world and what's coming through. that world will be reflected back between this relationship. The only thing that matters is the relationship between you and you. Take care of that relationship and all things will take care of itself. I hope that helps. And as always, it's up to you what you receive. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you for following along. Keep the comments coming. Like the video if it's speaking to you. And subscribe. And as always, my unconditional love to you and to me as one. Thank you so much.